Houston, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Texas offense will have the football first. And we've said many times that tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella, he delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
Breaks into the open. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Looking for a man, it's Morales. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab on the left. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. Got the first down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one on using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early. In front of this crowd, you know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Georgia's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Already find a hole in that secondary. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Makes the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play fake. On target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, the running back has it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of one. Unless let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the air on first down. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he puts through the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Morales. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to take off. Turning it on. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Longhorns will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Ball State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Schumann Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Middle Tennessee. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oh, they're after it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, 2nd and 3rd and 1, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Georgia sends out the punt team. It doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. passes and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Back to pass, it's Morales. Finds his big tight end. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. From the 30-yard line on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man in the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll start this drive firing. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding? Well, a lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Using the quick game. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Throwing right. It's complete. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fighting off the defender.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second down, he'll throw it. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Finds the tight end. Nice move to keep running. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
And the Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
The RPO fires complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. He wants to throw it. It's complete on the right side. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. And the returner will be brought down. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Quick strike complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Just going to keep it after the snap. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Looking to pass. It's Morales. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Looking downfield on first down. A little release to the back. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got the tight end. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
I'll tell you what, when you see a tight end come that open, a lot of times it had something to do with the wide receivers running down the middle of the field, stretching those safeties, and he just slips out.
Ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Morales. Got his man quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his man. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
You know
know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And the Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have got things going here, about to move to 4-1.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by 8 over Notre Dame. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Trying to escape and get it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll move the tight end. They'll try the run. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Snagged out of the air. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
He is like a loose boulder just rolling to the 32. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Caught close to the marker, it's Coffee. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. The throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a no-passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been